Okay, there we go. If it heads above that price line, we're toast. Needed a real bounce. A real good bounce. Because you see right in here, let's see, down to 14.
Stop.
All right, we're out with 5, minus 5. Now let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Now it went to full 8, so that trailing stop helped us out. So, stepped up, minus $50. So yes, Gary, and you see with one contract you still can trade crude. On your if it was the last trade of the day, Billy, and you were trading one contract, if you are up some, if it kind of goes in your favor, what you could do is put the profit target to like 12 or 15, and then let it go. Let the trailing stop kick in, and then see if you can get, 15 would be good. That's almost a 2-to-1. So that's if you're positive. Or even if you're negative, but if you're positive it was the last trade of the day, that's where I would suggest moving it. Other than that, go for the targets. Yeah, actually on that was a pretty good, decent risk reward, Judy. I mean, I was looking on longer term charts, and they were putting in lower highs, lower lows. Yeah, wicks on either end, but still. So the retracement up, hoping to come down, but that's why I made that comment that it really has to react on that. Okay, we had the other jump on trend at 20, 107.20. Trading 3 contracts, you're filled on 1. Oh, now we gotta watch it, 18. Okay, here we go. Hopefully we get a pop down. So on the 1 here, we can get our 8. All right, it traded at 8. So now your stop is break even. And see if we get filled. Chris, that's the chance you take. We could go for 5 in crude, but I like the 1-to-1, the 8. Just take your chance. All right, there we go. I'd rather take the chance at the 1-to-1 and be out break even. Okay, on our 3, 5, 8, and 12. 07 is the bottom of a 4-minute candle in congestion with candles previous, so I would leave it at 12, Judy. Go for the targets. So now you've received 5, 8. Worst case, you're +1 on the runner. All right, so that was our jump on the trend. Okay, arrow right there. We'll let it play out, see what happens. That's right, Billy. Sit back, feet up on the desk. Now you can smoke your cigar if you want. No worries. Okay, 1 on the runner. Todd, if you trade that way with the targets, you just can't. Okay, there's the first and the second target. Oh shoot, we're out. Okay, I couldn't move the targets. Here's for those 1 contract holders. I gotta go to 20 pips, 89. And really, I wouldn't want it over, back over 100. So save $100. But we're really looking for it to dive down 20. Okay, what I'd do now is save 100. Really has to break 88. Okay, let's see the stop at 107. You can see the stop at the 8, 107. 85. I'll try to manage it. Let's see. $79. We'll try to go with $79. All right, Billy. I have no problem. It's going to hit us. A little too high of a bounce. 99 is right at the top of the body of this candle. I think it's going to hit there. I hope not. But you can see in that other strategy with the 3 targets, bing, 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 you're in, you're out, you're done. If it drops something like that. Yeah, Jane, for the 1 contract, if you were looking to get the 64 to the long area, I would have my stop still at break even. And you have to take the chance that it comes all the way back up and hits you. So, last trade of the day, you would need to give it room. Okay, if you just look at this 4-range chart here, the test is 91, 90. It needs to break convincingly, 90. I mean, realistically, after it breaks, it's probably going to break and come back up. So 20 pips, let's not be greedy. 20 pip trade on one contract. You need one trade and you're done. Okay. This is the time it needs to go through. If it bounces here, we're toast. We're toast with, we'll get 10. Can't bounce here. It might. Okay, there it goes. All right, nice trade. Thank you, Mr. Market. Hey traders, just coming in here a little bit later in the afternoon, wanted to show you a trade that I had on my auto strategy for crude oil. It was at the price action line that I have in the room and what I trade off of. As you can see, we just got filled. The targets I have on this trade are 5, 8, and 12 with an 8 tick trailing stop to start with and to continue on through the trade. As you'll notice, the stop is moving with our targets at, again, 5, 8, and 12. My typical targets somewhere between 5, 10, 20, 5, 8, 12, depending on the day, what's been going on. And I do like using a trailing stop. If you recall at the beginning of this video, I showed one of the initial trades I had today on crude oil, and I was stopped out with -5. Now with that -5, it was because of the trailing stop, and I use that as a risk management tool along with my money management. So I was out the -5 after the trade was done, and it went further. Hindsight obviously is 20/20, but I would have been a full stop out on the trade. So I like using the trailing stops. With crude oil, you have to be careful, and you have to start with at least an 8 to 10 stop, just because of the fluctuations in crude. If you do trade crude, you know what I'm talking about, of the market jumping up and down. So you don't want your feet cut out underneath you every time you go into a trade either. That's not a way to make money. So as you can see, I'm going to let this run here. The recording, because it was so long before this transpired, and it was later in the afternoon that the recording ran out that I had, but I was able to hit the full target on my trade. If you would like any more information, please feel free to give me a call. Stop by my open house that I have each week, usually on Wednesday, and stop by the website to take a look and see if what I have to offer might help you in your trading. I teach risk and money management along with the methodologies that I trade live in the room each day with the traders. For the next month or so, I'm going to be trading and showing one contract. I've had a number of traders, small traders, who do trade one contract that would like to see that versus the 3 contracts that I typically trade. So I'll be discussing the money management, targets, risk, and what a trader should be doing with one. I do mention that each day because I'm geared to smaller traders, try to help them build their accounts so they can start trading size at some point. But this way I will be showing the one contract, and we'll be looking at the targets and what makes sense, and then discussing runners. I know a lot of traders would like a target that's further out, and we'll be looking, and I'll be teaching you where to put those targets that make sense. So have a great evening. I'll be posting again tomorrow. Visit the blog and you'll be able to see updates with what happens each day that I trade. Have a great evening, and I'll finish out the video here.
You are the only